What is going on, and welcome back to a new video, guys. It looks really late, but it is only like almost 6 o'clock. So we're actually waiting on Jeff to show up now. He should be here any second now. We're gonna be putting on his tow mirrors. As I was saying, Jeff called me, make sure my driveway was open. Here he comes now. He ordered some tow mirrors off of Amazon. Those came in today, so we're gonna go ahead and put those on. And we thought my subwoofer would be here, but it turns out that it wasn't. So we're not gonna be wiring a sub today, possibly tomorrow, but we're gonna be getting rid of these dingy little things. Well, I have my side off. Jeff is over there wrenching away. I mean, it was pretty simple. The only hard part I had was this little white connector. Has little 2 pins on it. That's about it. Otherwise, it came right out. No problem. You guys can see I got some oil here for my oil change that's due. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one lined up, I guess. Day or 2 days from now. I have my subwoofer and I'm installing this here. Here comes my brother. Let's hope he doesn't take off my door. The box right here needs to get cut out a little bit because we have the box right here, the control box, that we got to cut out to make it fit. So I'm just going to go ahead and saw out a little section here. Oh, that was not my only problem. I actually have the sub box here. It is a little bit too small all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead, because the way the subwoofer is, it's got like a little lip to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just shave all the way around this thing and just open it up a little bit just so we can drop the sub into there. Jeff is on his way now. We are going to wire up his mirrors today and put in some new door speakers. So once he gets here with some food, we will get to work on that. I ahead and finished up my sub box over there, sanded it all down, got the sub to fit, put it in there, and she's thumping. We're in business. Jeff went ahead and went over here and took off his door panel and is putting in his new speakers right now, because we got new speakers for the front doors because they were blown, and then we're gonna wire the mirrors over yonder. You guys can see ghost mode, ghost trailer activated at all times. And he's going ahead and soldering the connections down here. And then once he puts the speaker back in, we're gonna start running these wires down and try to figure out where we're gonna run them to. All right, y'all, it is dark yet again. Jeff is over there. He's about to go ahead and put that whole door back together. The new speakers are in and they work. We're just running these wires now. I just completed this on the other side. So basically, peel this back, it's a little hole right here, run it down into the boot. You didn't have to undo these connectors, but I did. It makes life a little bit easier. Run it down and through, and then basically just gonna find them up in here and just leave them. And then another day, when it is not dark outside, we are gonna wire these all together because it's impossible to see wires in the dark. So with that being said, there's gonna be a third day in this video. So once we get to that point, I will bring you guys back. Well, we are over here and this is what is happening. We got Naperville PD over here. I just got sideswiped and the guy took off. Well, we're back. It has been quite a while, actually. It's been over a month since I've last checked in with you guys. I'm standing here in front of the truck. We've had a lot going on. It's been absolutely freezing lately. We haven't really been able to do a whole lot. We really haven't done anything truck related. I haven't hung out with Jeff and Dorsey and them in a while. It's been just too cold. We haven't had much to do. But Christmas was yesterday, so Merry late Christmas, everybody. We got some new pickups for the truck, and we're going to go over some of this damage. So as you guys can see, here's our damage of where the guy hit me, and it comes up here, and yeah, it flexed. Because it flexed that corner of that bed, it cracked all that paint. So I mean, there isn't much I can say. I've had an appraiser come out. He looked at it, he took pictures of it, he sent the pictures to his company. So I mean, it's just a waiting game. I have a court date, so I can't really tell you guys a whole lot about what is going on yet until it's all resolved. But hopefully the truck is getting fixed soon, and then we can get back to, you know, doing truck things. We can go over, we're gonna have to rebed line the bottom of it, so we're gonna have quite a few videos coming up. I know Jeff just bought some things that are gonna make for some good videos. I'm sure Dorsey has got some money to buy some things. So yeah, we're gonna have some stuff coming pretty soon, and I'm excited. We haven't really had snow yet. We had, you know, all of like 1/8 of an inch yesterday or 2 days ago, and it really wasn't anything. On another note, today we're probably not going to install these just because it's too cold, but we have real WeatherTech window guards now instead of the cheap Chinese stuff that we have on now. So we'll probably go ahead and pull these ones off today. We're gonna end up having to clean it because, you know, it was ones that stuck to the outside of the truck here. These ones that we got now are in channel, so they're gonna go up inside the window, which is a lot better, looks a lot cleaner. I'm really excited for that. And then our other addition is a Putco blade. I'm very excited for this thing. I have wanted one of these ever since I saw Ryan Mayer make a video with one of them. He loves his. I had the rough country one. I actually still have it in there, but it just hardwiring it is not the same. The rough country and the Putco blade, much different on the levels of how good it actually is. I mean, you get what you pay for in this instant. Rough country is about 60 bucks. This one is a little over 200. So, I mean, there's a big price gap there, and it shows in the quality of the product. So we're gonna try to get that on today before, you know, anything else. So I'm gonna have to take the tailgate off, and then I'm gonna put the heat gun on the tailgate back here to heat up this paint, because otherwise this thing is not gonna want to stick to it, and I don't want to run into that problem. So, and it's just plug and play. I might not wire the reverse light yet, just because that's going to take extra time, and I don't know if I want to mess with that right now. And it's also not a huge deal for me. I have pods, so I'm not really worried about seeing at night, but I want the turn signal and the brake light and everything to work. So yeah, we're probably going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, so I'm going to throw these WeatherTechs in the back of the truck just so they're in there and we have them, we know where they are. And we'll go ahead and we'll pull off all these old window guards, and we'll see how those come off. All right, so the process here, let's get these out of the way first. The process here is quite simple. We're actually going to go ahead and remove this tailgate first. So let's take this guy. One. You just lean it forward a little bit. There you go. So I'm gonna move it over here in the grass. basically it. It's on there. It's just about, I mean, it is perfectly centered. So, I mean, all that's left is to run this wire over and plug it in. And we're done. So I'm gonna get the creeper and finish it up without you guys. All right, guys, we're back out here. Yesterday took a turn on us. You guys saw me put it on. You guys saw me run the wires down. We had everything basically set up for how we wanted it. It's still on here. I drove the truck yesterday. You can see it, it's up there. So as I was saying, had a little interruption. Brother came outside. So you guys saw we put it up there. It is on there. The wires are ran underneath it. But I was actually not able to set it up because our 4-pin harness on the truck side is completely garbage. I don't know what happened to it. There is a cover on it. I have never used the 4-pin trailer harness, so I don't know how that all happened, but it was all filled with corrosion. It was all green and shit in there. I tried my best to clean it out. When I cleaned most of it out, we noticed that the copper inside for the connection was completely mangled, so there was no way we were going to get the connection in there. So I actually went to O'Reilly's yesterday and picked up a new harness. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna cut the harness on the back side of this one. So we're just gonna cut it back. We will rewire in new harness, and then we should be good to plug it in. And then we'll tuck up all the wiring, get it all out of the way, and we'll give it a test. And then I think because today's gonna be the warmest day probably for the next month or so, it's about 45 degrees out here, so it's actually a little decent. We're gonna go ahead, try to clean up this tape, and then we're going to install our WeatherTech guards, which are just sitting in the back seat right now. So hopefully we get that all done today. That's the plan anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead, get started. I gotta clean some shit up in here first. It looks like a train wreck came through here. So I'm gonna get stuff out of the way, get everything sorted, and then I'm gonna bust out the wiring stuff so we can go ahead and start rewiring that harness. And confirmed that we do indeed have the right one this time around. So now basically what I'm going to do is grab a razor out of here, and we need to cut back this stock harness so we can expose these wires and then cut them. I think that wires should be the same color, so it'll just be matching colors and putting it back in. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead, get started on that. Once I have it cut out, I will bring you guys back so I can show you guys what we're talking about. We just stripped back all these wires. So yeah, we actually need to take a wire brush to these. If you guys see, some of these are kind of corroded here. But we cut off our plug, and look at this. We actually had, if it'll focus on it, there's a big ass cut in this white wire here. So I don't know what was going on here. This thing is obviously junk. I might try to pull this cover off of it and reuse the cover, because then I could put it back in the factory spot here where it's got its cutout. But if not, no big deal. We've already fixed this harness. We've been over that. This thing is kind of fucked up, but yeah, we're gonna clean off these, and then we're gonna silicone them, heat shrink them, and put it all back together with our new guy here. Colors just match up. I'm gonna cut some extension off this because we do not need 6 foot. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the silicone and get everything ready. So after a lot of fighting and messing with the wires, my soldering iron's actually broken, so I couldn't even use that. So we used butt connectors with silicone and heat shrink. It wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but I mean, the harness is a little bit fatter than it was before, but we got it looking pretty much stock. I left it, you know, a little bit longer. I think I'm actually just gonna leave this up into here so you don't even see it back there. It'll just look aesthetically better. So now basically we're gonna come up here and just cut some zip ties and then run the wire over and then just hide all the wiring basically, and that'll do it. All right guys, so we are wrapping up the last little bit here. Everything is wired, everything is tucked away. You can't see anything from down below, which is how I want it, besides this white wire that I'm working on right now. That's why the tail light is out. This is actually the one that got broken. So that is actually something else I don't think I've told you guys, but there was a whole incident in the same town that I actually got hit on the side over here about 2 weeks prior. I was leaving downtown with a bunch of buddies that we were all sitting there, a bunch of truck group guys, and I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we were driving, and I noticed a car started following us. Didn't really think anything of it, didn't really care. He was riding my ass, pissing me off. And then all of a sudden, we come to a red light, and the passenger rolls his window down, cocks back, and throws a fucking rock at my truck for no reason at all. He actually busted my tail light, so I will show you guys that. So it's all broken up top. Luckily, it didn't break into the housing, so the housing doesn't get water in it. But they did that. I whipped a Yui in the middle of the intersection. I went after them. They turned off into a neighborhood, and I kind of chased them through the neighborhood, found where they were hiding. They were actually parked in a driveway. They tried to take off. They drove through a yard. They kept going. I followed them. I told Melissa to grab a picture of their license plate. So we got their license plate, went to the PD a couple days later, reported it, and there's an ongoing investigation about that. So hopefully I get my taillight fixed. They have a suspect, they think. Don't know a whole lot on it yet. So I have 2 open reports right now on 2 incidents that have happened. Hopefully both of those get fixed soon, and then the truck will be back better than ever. Hopefully 2 new doors, and you know, there's just a whole slew of things that have happened. So there's been a lot going on, but I mean, we just haven't, it's been too cold to make any content. So I mean, this is what we got to deal with. I'm going to go ahead and put these weather guards on after I'm done here. All we have to do is tap the positive for the reverse light here, which already has been done from the pods. I just want to tap this, get it done with, just so I know everything is done and I don't have to worry about anything else over here. Then the wire is tucked up in here and I don't have to worry about it hanging down, because I had that problem on the last one. So basically that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to tap this, probably just T-tap it and let it go. And then, yeah, we're going to keep on moving. We'll hop over to the weather guards. We got to get that 3M tape off the paint, which will be a little bit tricky, but I think I got a couple tricks up my sleeve for it. So I'll be right back once this is completely wrapped up. So, I mean, I just installed this one. Actually, it's kind of weird. There's no like clips or anything that it has to sit on. You didn't have to install anything. It was really just, you know, pulling the gasket and messing with this corner, and then it was done. So this one's in. I got to do the other side, and then yeah, go to the back side. So it's just the same process on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So with that being said, everything is wrapped up here. Let me just get the tripod out of here. So all the window deflectors are on. You guys can see a lot better than it was. So windows just have to stay up for a couple days just so it learns the place of them and they adhere, because these back ones have adhesive that hold them on, because there's no way to really hold them like the front side here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get off this 3M tape now, because it just looks awful. It's on the other side too. So I have some goof off in the house, and then we're gonna take a heat gun and a Bondo card and try to get a lot of that off. Hopefully it all comes off, because if it doesn't, I really don't want to sit there with sandpaper and sand it and then have to buff it. But if that's what I have to do, so be it. It's getting kind of cold out here. The temperature's starting to drop. I've been out here for a couple hours now. Can't really feel my hands. So I'm gonna hurry through this, and then hopefully it'll look a lot better. And then, yeah, we'll go back inside and we'll wrap up this video. All right, guys, look at there. She is fully functional. She's working. Let's go throw on the blinkers, actually. I'll show you guys what those look like. This thing's gonna keep fucking beeping if I... All right, blinkers are on. Let's see what it looks like back here. Oh yeah, look at that. Flashing. That thing's awesome. Big fan of it. I guess my wiring job worked. So, that is that. It's gonna be a wrap for today. As you guys can see, we cleaned it up quite a bit. There's a bunch of tape residue on my phone, actually. It looks a lot better than it did. You're not gonna really see it unless you're looking for it at this point. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that stuff off fully, maybe a rubber wheel, because this goof off was not working. It was taking it off little by little, but I'd be out here for hours and I can't feel my toes right now. So we're not gonna sit here and mess with that. But yeah, so that is done. I mean, we got window deflectors on both sides. We'll come over here and show you guys these. Same thing, same deal over here. The tape, still a little bit of residue, but that's about it. Light bar is done, wiring is done. The only thing we gotta test is if reverse works, which I'm sure it will. Everything else did. I just tapped it with the pods, so it's gonna be pretty bright in reverse. But with that being said, I'm sorry that this video took so long. I mean, it was a big gap in between clips and such. I mean, there was just a lot going on. We're gonna get better at this. We're gonna try. We just need more content. We need more stuff going on. Has not been a lot going on with the trucks recently. Nobody's been having problems, knock on wood. So we haven't had a lot to fix. I know Dorsey's got the lifter tick. He's gonna end up getting that fixed at a shop here pretty soon, because he also might be getting a stage 2 cam at the same time, so that'll be really cool. We'll have a lot of different stuff coming to the channel with that. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.